Hey, Pat here. Just wanted to quickly walk you through this spreadsheet. Well, it's more of a hub that you can use basically to keep tabs of where your stuff is. So I know for me, sometimes even when I go to my Google Drive, it's a bit of a mess, and um, finding logins or just pages. I know you can obviously do bookmarking, but even if you look at my bookmarking, it's pretty shameful. It's a mess. So having everything on one spreadsheet can really help organize for people like me, at least. So this is what this is meant to do. So essentially, you can have your. So for example, if you have purchased the kit or any other things, for example, you can have your templates running down this column. So you'd be copying and pasting. So for example, let's just say I'll go and pick up one of the files. For example, let's just say the agreement. Uh, there it is, the agreement. So open that one up. I can just get the address from here, or you can copy it from here, whichever way. But even just this URL here, I can just grab it and then pop it in here, and then I would say, BJ agreement. That's what I want to call it. You could put an emoji there or whatever you want in there. You can make the font bigger if it's too small. Uh, your eyesight's not doing that great. Then you right click it, because we've already copied the link. We can just insert the link, and then that'll be that one. The other thing you can do is actually find if the stuff is in your drive, so you can see this stuff pops up here. You can just find it, but I've already got the URL, so I'll just paste the URL there, apply it. So whenever I need to get to that, I just click on that, and it'll take me to the document. But you can do that with other things. For example, if you've got your your website logins, so it'll be, so you type website login, for example, and you put that in there, and again you go right click and insert the link, and you pop in there the URL, whatever that might be, website.com login, and it would just take you straight there. Right? So basically you can do put all, so it's essentially like a big bookmarking space, but I just find it's a lot more helpful doing it this way, because you've got these categories around, your core templates. For example, if you've got the product, you can just pop them in here, so you don't have to go back to that thank you page and keep finding the files, etc. Same for your business operations, your finances. So if you got your zero account or whatever, you pop your URL. You can probably even add your logins here as well, because it's all private. No one's going to get access to this like yourself. So it's pretty safe. Your marketing and sales. So if you've got like links, again, if you've got like a Canva file and you want to link to it, and you don't want to have to go through the Canva to, like, if you just say if it's a file that you regularly use, and you just say, okay, well, I want to, I've got a few accounts, so just bear with me. It'll be this one. So let's just say, for example, I keep everything in folders, but if just say I want to come to this file, I can just grab this URL again and say, this is a file that I want to edit. From here, I'll pop it back into my hub and say, banner, DJ kit, and as long as I know what that means, not band, banner. Um, Again, right click, insert link, links to that, apply, and that way when you're going to go, if it's files that you regularly use, you just click it and it takes you right there. So it's just like an easy way to manage links across all your work. Your branding could be things like PDFs, things that you send out normally. Again, your social media stuff that goes out. Customer relations. So if you've got surveys, files that on customers, feedback forms like the forms that we've got in the kit. Content. So if you've got links to your big port and your all that stuff, your whatever site you're using to get sounds or royalty free sounds, and you can have a link to your drive with files that you've been making. Software tools. So I made a few categories. I kind of ran out of ideas towards the end, so I don't think if you have more than this, then you probably have too big of a business to be running it on a spreadsheet. But that's plenty of categories. And then I left a few more at the end. There's a couple there. So what you do in terms of the setup, there's only one key thing you have to do. So if when you get to this file, you're going to have to you either going to get to make a copy of it straight away. If you do land on this and you might not have access, all you do is click make a copy and it'll create a copy of it. When you create a copy, then it's in your account. So then you grab this URL. You need this URL. It's very important. It's not the end of the world if you don't do this, but you get that URL and you replace this one here. So you replace this one here because what that does is when you go to your hub and you're clicking around here on the left, just so you see how this goes for a while. There's a few options here so that you don't have to keep doing this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing this scrolling, but just to move you faster, you've got the option here on the left hand side. So you want to get to tech tools, you click on that and it takes you straight to the tech tools here. You want to go to the very last thing, competitors, for example, it'll show it up. So it's just an easy way to travel around. So I want to go back to the finance or the core templates, so it's nice and easy. You can rename these, obviously, bring in your logo. It's very straightforward. Just insert your image. If you pop it in the cell like I have then, or you can just pop it on top and then just move it to that corner or whatever. You can add more images in here. And then you could change the names. So you just change the names of all of these here. It won't go any more than, I think it's just, I don't know why I've got custom 3, but it should just be 2. So this is enough tabs. If you got more than, like I said, if you got more than these tabs and something's wrong, you might want to move to a proper system to manage everything, which will cost you. This is free, but there you go. Have a play with it. Hopefully you enjoy it and you get some use out of it. I'll just delete this stuff so I can share it with you.